Do you want to optimize your brain function? Do you want to maintain cardiovascular health? The answer is simple. Get your omega-3 fatty acids right. Eat fatty fish at least twice a week. Focus on salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Why does this work? This slide explains everything. About 60% of your brain's dry weight is composed of lipids. We're talking about solid matter, excluding water. Within that, DHA maintains the fluidity of neuronal cell membranes. EPA does something different. Anti-inflammatory action. It suppresses chronic inflammation and maintains your body's homeostasis. And then there's the cardiovascular impact. It's established that omega-3s reduce triglycerides in a dose-dependent manner. This is a fact confirmed by multiple clinical trials and meta-analyses. This is what 2 decades of lipid biochemistry research have revealed. Some mechanisms are well established. On the other hand, research results vary when it comes to effects on mood, cognition, and cardiovascular events. And this is achievable. Fatty fish at least twice a week. Focus on salmon, mackerel, and sardines. This supports the health maintenance of your brain and heart. Today, I'll show you the scientific evidence. Now let's look at the core of the problem. Modern diets have an imbalance in fatty acids. The balance between omega-6 and omega-3. In Western-style diets, the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio can reach 20:1. Even in Japan, this balance is shifting as diets become more westernized. Omega-6 is abundant in vegetable oils, processed foods, and fast food. Omega-6 itself is an essential fatty acid. You need it in appropriate amounts. The problem is the decline in dietary quality when your diet is dominated by processed foods. Omega-6 serves as a substrate for metabolites involved in inflammation, but it's not accurate to say that intake directly causes chronic inflammation. The issue occurs in combination with omega-3 deficiency and overall diet quality. What's important is actively increasing omega-3 intake and correcting diets overly reliant on ultra-processed foods and certain vegetable oils. What is DHA doing in your brain? It's incorporated into neuronal cell membranes. Cell membranes have a structure called a phospholipid bilayer. DHA gives this membrane flexibility. The membrane becomes fluid. This contributes to neurotransmitter receptor function. Serotonin, dopamine, the signal transmission of these neurotransmitters. Furthermore, DHA may promote the expression of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. BDNF is a factor involved in neuroplasticity. This is why it exists in high concentrations in the brain, retina, and heart. These tissues have advanced functions. DHA plays a critical role in maintaining those functions. However, research results vary on how much cognitive function improves in healthy individuals. EPA works differently from DHA. Anti-inflammatory action. EPA produces anti-inflammatory eicosanoids in the body. Prostaglandins, leukotrienes, these suppress inflammation. Inflammatory cytokines, IL-6, TNF-alpha, their production is suppressed. Research has shown that omega-3s with a higher EPA ratio may contribute to small to moderate improvements in mood symptoms. However, results are inconsistent, and it's appropriate to position this as an adjunct rather than a replacement for treatment. Chronic inflammation may disrupt neurotransmitter balance. Effects on serotonin and dopamine function. EPA may suppress this inflammation, but it doesn't work in all cases. Individual variation is significant. Omega-3s also relate to cardiovascular health. How? First, triglyceride reduction. It's established that EPA and DHA lower triglycerides in a dose-dependent manner. This is a fact confirmed by multiple clinical trials. Next, improvement in vascular endothelial function. Omega-3s may promote nitric oxide production, the possibility of vasodilation. Many observational studies link dietary fish intake with reduced cardiovascular disease risk. However, results vary for cardiovascular event reduction, depending on intake form, dosage, and target population. While some trials in general populations for primary prevention show no clear reduction in major events, trials with high-risk groups using high-dose EPA have shown event reduction. For example, A study using 4 grams per day of high-purity EPA in patients with high triglycerides. This demonstrates that intake form and target population matter. Here's an important caveat. Plant-based omega-3 alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, found in flaxseed oil, chia seeds, and walnuts. These are healthy. But there's a problem. ALA must be converted to EPA and DHA in the body. That conversion efficiency varies widely among individuals. Conversion from ALA to EPA is limited, and conversion to DHA is often even lower. Conversion efficiency changes with age, sex, genetic factors, and nutritional status. Men and older adults in particular tend to have lower conversion efficiency. So what should you do? Direct intake of EPA and DHA is more efficient. Fish and fish oil supplements. This is the most direct method. For vegetarians, algae-derived EPA and DHA supplements are an option. Plant-based ALA alone is unlikely to provide sufficient EPA and DHA. When taking omega-3s, there are 2 key considerations. First, mercury contamination. Large fish, tuna, swordfish, are high in the food chain. Mercury may accumulate in them. Eating them multiple times per week increases mercury intake. So which fish should you choose? Generally, smaller fish have lower mercury levels. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, anchovies. These have relatively low mercury risk. Plus, they're rich in EPA and DHA. Pregnant women and children in particular are advised to choose, according to public guidance, lists of low-mercury fish. Second, supplement quality. Omega-3s have multiple double bonds. This makes them prone to oxidation. Oxidized omega-3s may be harmful to health. So what should you do? Choose products with quality control that resist oxidation. Check for light-blocking containers, cold storage, oxidation indicator disclosure, and third-party certification. For additional vitamin E intake, pay attention to necessity and tolerable upper limits, and prioritize dietary intake. Now, let's organize today's key points. Here's the summary. First, base your omega-3 intake on diet. Start with fatty fish at least twice a week as a guideline. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines are optimal. These have relatively low mercury risk and are rich in EPA and DHA. Plant-based ALA alone has limited conversion efficiency. Direct intake of EPA and DHA is the most efficient method. Second, if using supplements, be cautious. Position them as filling dietary gaps. Japan's dietary reference intakes recommend roughly 2.0 to 2.2 grams per day of N3 fatty acids for adult males. This is total intake including diet. Adjust supplement amounts based on your purpose and constitution. Clarify your purpose, triglyceride management, dietary insufficiency, and so on. Choose products with quality control. Confirm light blocking, cold storage, oxidation indicator disclosure, and third-party certification. Third, pay attention to safety. Recent research has reported that high-dose supplementation, such as over 1 gram per day, may slightly increase the risk of atrial fibrillation and arrhythmia. If you have heart concerns, a history of arrhythmia, or are taking anticoagulants, don't self-determine dosage. Consult your physician. About 60% of your brain's dry weight is lipid. DHA is incorporated into neuronal cell membranes and contributes to neural function. Your cardiovascular health is also supported by omega-3s lowering triglycerides. However, effects vary by individual, and this doesn't solve all health problems. Share your omega-3 strategy in the comments. Thanks for investing your time in learning this today. On this channel, we explore how the human body works and the science of health. Evidence, not emotion. Science, not trends. That's how we light your path to health. Subscribe to the channel and learn the truth about your body with me next time. Turn on notifications, and every time a new video drops, your health knowledge levels up. See you next time.